You're listening to Wet Shaving Talk, powered by Sharpologist.com, where we're dedicated to preserving the art and skill of classic shaving. I'm your host, Joe Borrelli, and today is January 15th, 2024. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wet Shaving Talk podcast on this first episode of 2024. First and foremost, Happy New Year, everybody. This has been a great start to the new year. Really looking forward to seeing all the new products coming out and just the excitement in the wet shaving world and what the year will bring us. First off, I wanted to say I am back. Everything is fine and nothing was wrong. I understand. I got a few emails saying, "Hey Joe, when's the next show?" And it's been about a month. Well, to be completely honest, this time of the year, the holidays, it's very tough on us retail workers. As being a retail worker myself, it just takes a lot of time out of my day, and I put a lot of effort into my job during that time. So I usually kind of the podcast kind of takes a second string, kind of a seat on the shelf. And usually I try to put out a show during that time. I couldn't do it this year. So probably moving forward, guys, I'm going to probably hold off in the last 2 weeks of the year and just, kind of take those 2 weeks off, come back second week of January, refresh, ready to go with some good content. But it was a great holiday season, I have to say. I saw a lot of great products. I saw a lot of new looks. I saw a lot of a lot of guys getting some good deals out there. I think 2023 was a year of the wet shaving deal. I mean, sales. It was the most sales I've ever seen, most deals I've ever seen. I've seen, every single retailer had something going on. Art of Shaving, they went out and they came out with a new, straight razor campaign. They were selling for like $25, some of them $50. It was just really very exciting to see all the sales and everything. So it does make it look like that it's getting more popular, wet shaving, and that we are here to stay, as I say every year. So what's in store for 2024 for the podcast? Going to keep a regular schedule, of course. We're going to get new stuff, and we're going to get a little bit more into of men's style and grooming and style and fashion type thing, just to get more, because I've been getting a lot of emails regarding, hey, I see how that works, but I want to start a new look. I want to get a new scent. How do I do that? And I really don't get into that much stuff. So this week we're going to start off with that, a little bit of that. We're going to get a little taste of that. So first off, Happy New Year, everybody. We're going to talk about the new book. My book is actually available on Kindle now, as of last week. So you can purchase it on Kindle and have an ebook copy of it for about half the price of the regular paperback book. We have a Shavemac, Longtime shave brush maker, custom shave brush maker, is now discontinuing the custom option as of February. So that's some big news there. We'll also go over a little bit of the rumors and a little bit of the understanding of what's going to go on with that company and see if they're going to still be in business. Proof Razors is a relatively new razor. They just redesigned their latest model, and it's pretty interesting, so we'll talk a little bit about that. A new year, new you. How do you pick a new look and or scent? A lot of people go through New Year's resolutions. I'm a big one on New Year's resolutions myself, and some people are looking for a new look, new fresh start. That's what I love about the new year. It's a fresh start, fresh way to really just build upon your life and with everything and with every aspect of it. And what better way to do it than with a new look and or scent? And maintaining a clean beard. This is a pet peeve of mine, guys. I see this a lot. I'm going to tell you the do's and don'ts with a beard. It's seeing that they're becoming more and more popular, and that they are becoming more and more accepted in the workplace. How to make sure your beard is maintained clean, and what is acceptable way of growing a beard, and how to look really good and actually to really look presentable in every single occasion with your beard. We'll get a little bit into that. And also, guys, another thing just happened a few weeks ago. Art of Shaving, we want to talk about that, what's going on with them. And we'll start the show off with that as well. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. All right, guys. As you know, Art of Shaving is one of the largest. Well, was one of the largest. Actually, the only retail store for like traditional wet shaving. As asterisks, yes, I know a lot of you guys are saying, "Oh, yeah, they're not," and this and that. They sold this kind of razor, but to be really honest, they did sell a lot of traditional wet shaving products. They closed their last two stores, their last brick and mortar stores, over the holiday season, which is a little bit of a disappointment for me. So the one in Disney Springs closed down, and also the flagship store in New York City. They decided to close down all retail locations, and they're going to go solely online. Now, what does this mean to the wet shaving world or the wet shaving community? Not much, honestly, guys. Since COVID, a lot of people have gone to the online shopping platform, and they're just not going into stores as much. And for something that's special, like specialty, it's probably hard to maintain a profit in a store that's run by a corporation, right? If it was an individual like franchise or something like that, probably be a little bit easier to make a little bit more. But it's hard to do that and probably turn a profit. So the last store that closed was Disney Springs location, which is the one I've been to. Little bummed out because I actually had a plan to go there, and they were talking about carrying the book that I wrote in their store until, I guess, now that's not going to happen. But it was actually on the table there when I talked to the store manager last time I was there. He said, yeah, they were going to carry it. It got approved, and then they decided, well, we're not closing, so that's it. That's that. So Art of Shaving, we salute you. We hope to see stores of yours maybe reopen in the future, but if not, the products are still readily available online and actually with good pricing as well. You can get a good discount on them now with sales and promotions that they run. Now available on Kindle, the Modern Guide to Straight Razor Shaving is available. It's $9.99 for instant download on Amazon. I put the link in the show notes right where the actual picture is, so you can click right on that. You have the option of buying either the paperback or the ebook Kindle version, which is something I got. That's actually the most emails I received was, hey, Joe, when are you going to have it on ebook? I want an ebook. And, the reason why I didn't do it at first, because everybody's asking me, why did you only offer paperback, is I guess because it was traditional wet shaving, and I wanted to keep it in like an old-fashioned format and actually have a physical copy of the book being able to be delivered and you to have something to read, right, and to hold. But I didn't realize in this digital age how many people wanted the ebook. So as of January 3rd, it has been available. It's $9.99 for instant download, and it will be around for quite some time. We've sold already quite a few of them. Link is in the show notes, and also the possibility of a hardcover coming out in the next month. So that might be something that I might do if there's some interest generated for it. So guys, if you're interested for a hardcover version, give me a ring or send me an email at joe.wetshavingnews@gmail.com. So Shavemac is discontinuing their custom shave brush option, which was very misconstrued online when they actually announced it. So if you're unfamiliar with Shavemac has been around for about almost 30 years. He's a custom shave brush maker in Germany, and they're available. Really, you can buy pre-made brushes or have a custom one. I do have one custom Ebonite one, which is one of my favorite brushes, custom knot too. So Bert does custom tie every knot so to your preference, right? Or I believe he does. He has several knots of his own. But he has decided to discontinue the custom shave brush option. And the deadline is, I think, mid-February. So if you order it now, you'll get it. Mainly what he's doing now, a lot of people thought he was closing down. He's not closing down. He's just going to pre-made brushes. So it's just going to be like a web store. Now, I think this is probably a good move. I could tell you just from speaking to some other custom shave brush makers, there's a lot of work that goes into this. There's a lot of people that probably have ideas, change them a million times, or have the impossible idea. There are also guys that get on the list and order, and then they pull out at the last minute, right? They come out, they don't want to do it. They say, oh, I don't have the funds or anything. I just put my name on the list. And that can be very frustrating. I believe I spoke with Peter from Wolf Wolf brushes, and he said the same thing. Like, that was probably, he has a lot of people, they'll go on the list and then time comes, they don't do it, or they just, they're dragging or something. That's why he's so organized on his system. So I think this is probably one of the reasons here why this is happening. The brushes will still be available, and never say never. They might be able to bring back the custom brush option maybe in the near future, but until then, guys, if you got about a month to get your orders in, if you want one, get it. It takes about 2 or 3 months to get the brush, but it's well worth it. I can tell you, mine is one of my favorite parts of my collection and one of my favorite brushes, so I definitely highly recommend it. I also recommend his off-the-shelf brushes as well. I think they're just as good. Proof razors is a relatively new concept. This razor has a pivoting head and uses half of a double-edged blade, right, to work. It looks very much like the one blade with the same spring in it. I mean, looks like it could be like a one blade option type razor, which as you guys know, I'm a fan of the one blade because it's new technology with an old process or old concept, right? It's the first of the traditional wet shaving razors with a brand new concept that was made since that we've seen, right? It's not double edge, it's not single edge really. It is a single edge, but it's kind of its own thing. This razor kind of goes into that category. It's been getting very good reviews. Price point's about $150, I think, for the aluminum, and I think, which is I think fair enough with the technology and everything with that. And they are now updating they updated one of their razors, and it's coming out with an updated version. But if you haven't seen them, guys, I would definitely take a look. I'm searching on their website right now, and I'm really impressed with some of the reviews that were on there, and also the razor itself. It does look like it's high quality. It's got that spring in there in the middle of it, and I'm sure it shaves very well. Now, if it's anything like the one blade, I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised with it. The one blade is a good razor. It's the beauty of the one blade is you can use it kind of like a cartridge razor, right? You can use a little pressure on it. It's very forgiving and does work very well, good quality. This one has magnets in it to keep it together. It has what's new and different with the new one is they put stronger magnets on it, a little bit of a longer grip handle, and they made like a flow-through design to make it with bigger slots, just to make sure that it glides right through and just doesn't clog. So I think they worked out the kinks in the first one, which I didn't know if there was many to begin with, and now it's coming out as a new version, and I think version 2.0, or I don't know what they're calling it, but it's definitely one of the cooler razors out there. New concepts if you're looking for something different or something for the new year. I would probably pick one of these up. I'm going to hold off right now myself because I've just got so much stuff, and I'm actually starting to let some things go and sell it out to get some new stuff in. So, but yeah, this is definitely on the wish list. So check it out, guys. Proof razor, available in aluminum metal. So happy New Year, everybody. How to pick a new look and or scent, or both, right? Everything and or. All right, so new year, new you. Do you guys do anything different? So now that we've officially started 2024, are you thinking about growing a beard? Are you thinking about getting rid of your beard? Or you want to try a new cologne? This is the best time to do it, and I'm going to tell you why. It's a new year. You could start off with a big impression, and you can also, it's like turning a page. That's why I love New Year's. I love New Year's. I'm one of the few people you'll ever meet that loves Mondays. I love Monday because it's a new, fresh start of the new look. New week. New look I could start anytime, but I like Mondays. One thing, I have a very big tradition for Mondays and for clean clothes. I like all my clothes clean Sunday, so I have everything ready. Iron shirt. I like looking good on Monday because it gives me a good start of the week. Gives me a good kickstart of the week. I drink good coffee on Monday. I usually eat a good lunch on that day. I like a good strong start of the week to really just to set the pace for the rest of the week of just a bunch of positive work and actually efficient work, which I think helps. And I've been doing this for years. So New Year is like a big change. It's like a big Monday. You could start everything new. So a lot of guys have been asking me, they want to do some other stuff other than just wet shaving. So I'm thinking this is a great way to do it. If you're looking to grow a beard, this is the time to do it. If you're looking to shave your beard, do it. Look for a new look and how to pick out a new scent. So picking out a new scent. So there's a lot of guys that, some of us have hundreds of soaps or whatever and different aftershaves and use something different every day. But when it comes to cologne, most guys have about 1 to 3 colognes that they're really passionate about, and one that's their signature scent. If that's you, you can pick it out, your scent. And the way to do so is, one, just go to the mall, right? Macy's or something like that. You can go and smell a bunch of different scents. Even if you're looking for a traditional wet shaving product, most of the scents have originated from some of that stuff. So you can get an idea of what you like. You Google search what's similar to this scent. Like if you like Sauvage, right? If you want to see that, that Phoenix Arch Accoutrements, they make a Sauvage homage, right? They make something that's similar to it. You can do that, and that's a great way to pick a scent or get a new idea of what you want to basically smell like in the new year. So picking a new look in that, really, first off, I would check with your significant other, right? See what they like. I get it. You want to do what you want to do, and I do too. But you know what? Sometimes it's fun to get some opinions from somebody else that's got to see you every day, right? So, or deal with you. So it's a pretty good idea to check with them, or at least ask their opinion before you do something. Example, if you want to grow a Fu Manchu, right, and your significant other isn't too crazy about that, you may cause more harm than good by changing your look to that, right? So put 2 and 2 together, think about it, makes sense. So yeah, kind of like consult other people a little bit, ask them if that's what they think you should look like, and then go for a look for yourself. A new haircut. I don't talk much about haircuts because I don't really have any hair on the top of my head. So I've been shaving my head for many years. And I think, that's also another option as well, taking a look at that. So new year, new look, new scent. Check out as many scents as possible. Buy sample packs if you want from certain vendors, and get that scent, and then get a nice set, and then try it out and see how it works, right? If you get compliments at work, hey, that's great. Sometimes I get compliments with my cologne that I wear. Sometimes nobody cares. That's life. But as long as I like it, and as long as, I feel like that's me, I like to change it up every year too. I like to buy new cologne here and there. As soon as I'm out with it, usually it takes about a year for me to go through a bottle. When I'm done, I like to get something different, try it out, unless I really like it, and then I buy it twice. So, but I don't think that's ever happened. So no time is better, guys, to try something new. Do it now, 2024. And if you have any good stories, send it to me, joe.wetshavingnews@gmail.com, and I will definitely share it on the show. Now, here's coming up with a big little deviation part of the podcast here, but does coincide with wet shaving. And this is some good advice for you guys out there with a beard, because there's a lot of times that's a pet peeves, especially with employers. Me being one myself, when I'm looking at people and hiring them with a beard, because it is more accepted. Most workplaces accept it, right? And it's important to make sure you maintain it, and a little bit of effort goes a long way with your look, and is very, very much noticeable from other people. It gives you a nice, fresh look that makes you look like you're putting in that extra detail into your appearance. So with more and more people doing it, here are a couple pointers. First off, determine a shape when you are growing a beard. Do you want your whole neck and everything to have a beard? Do you want only a partial beard, right? That goes from your sideburn width all the way down to the end of your chin, that doesn't go past your chin line, right? The jawbone. Do you want it like half and half? Do you want just like a little line period, or something like that, right? Do you want to do a mustache? Do you not want to do a mustache? Do you just want to have your chin full with facial hair and nothing else? Do you want to just do a goatee? Determine what your look is. And remember, one thing that's beautiful about this, you can change it, right? You can let some grow out. You can shave it. You can play around with it. Just determine what you want to start off with first, and then stick to it. Stick to that shape. So maintaining it, especially when it's growing out. This is another very important pointer or step with a beard. If you have a beard and you determine the shape, and now you're going to determine the height, right? What is your height going to be? Do you want to do a long beard? Do you want to do a shorter beard? Does your work allow you to have a certain beard over 1 or 2 inches thick? Think about that and then maintain it, meaning trim it and then kind of like clean it up at least twice a week, right? Even if you're growing a big beard, unless you're growing like something and you want to look like, have like a ZZ Top beard, which a lot of guys that listen to this do. You're going to have to kind of trim it up and just a little bit, even if it's just a bit, an eighth of an inch, it does look good when you do that. It looks uniform and clean. Now, myself personally, I do grow a beard myself now, right? My shape is I get it grow about a half an inch under the jawline, and I maintain my neck and then the points of my cheeks where it grows out to keep it straight. I do that every day when I shave. I shave with a straight razor. Whatever razor I'm using, I do that and I maintain it to keep it lined and cut. And then every 2 days, I trim it with a beard trimmer under the 3 setting. So I don't have a very large, like a very thick beard, but I do have somewhat of a more modern beard, like one of the shorter ones that most people do. Not a 5 o'clock shadow. But it looks a little bit longer than that. Excuse me. So looking at that, know what you want your height, and then maintain it. I do it every 2 days, so I do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, just to keep it nice and fresh. Because when I go to work, I want to make sure I look good, and I want to make sure I'm presenting myself well. You never know when you're going to have a meeting or a visit or something like that with corporate officers or anybody else, or especially if you're doing Zoom calls or something like that. I always want to look fresh and clean. And then if you can't, don't. All right, so this is something that I see a lot. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Some people are very blessed to have very thick facial hair, right? You can grow a huge beard. Some people can grow it. Some people need to shave probably twice a day if they could, right? They have a very thick beard. And there's also some men out there that can't, right? They have blotches of just bare skin on their face, and it just doesn't get uniform. You need to make sure you have a uniform look. The worst thing to do is have a beard with like only parts of your face growing it. This happens with younger men, right? Until you grow up, or some people just don't grow that much, right? And that's fine. But when you look like that, it just doesn't look clean and cut without being able to have like a line or having it look good. So if you can't really grow a certain area on your face, don't do it. Example, if on your cheeks you can't grow, you have like blotches of bare skin, no hair grows there, then maybe just eliminate and grow the goatee if you can. If you can't grow a mustache, don't do that. Maybe grow just the chin, but make sure you maintain it. Don't just let it go, because it looks unclean and unkept, and it kind of looks almost like you're not really taking care of yourself. And if you really want to look, get that extra touch, make sure you just keep it clean like that, right? You just keep that. If you can't, just take it off, right? You wait a little bit. In time, when I was younger, I tried to grow a beard. I couldn't. I had the blotches. My father told me the same thing. He's like, hey, man, you don't look good. Take it off. When you get older and you can, grow it out, right? So that's kind of what I did, right? And I didn't start growing a beard until I was like 39, 38 years old. So I think 39. So just doing that, I think that would be a good look. So guys, remember, keep it clean, keep it shaped up, keep it lined, and keep it trimmed up, and you will have a great look with your beard. People will notice, because it does look like you're taking that extra attention into yourself, into your presence, and you'll actually, really look. You'll really make a difference, right? So, just my 2 cents on maintaining a clean beard, making sure you look good, and giving you guys some advice in that area. If you like stuff like this, if you want to do more, kind of like offshoots like this, it's still kind of wet shaving. Let me know. I'll add a little couple minutes into it on every podcast. All right, everyone. So that concludes the show for this week. Remember, our show is powered by Sharpologist.com. What your father didn't teach you about shaving. So until next time, guys, the next show will be on the 30th of January on the regular schedule. Looking forward to seeing you all then. Again, don't forget, you can contact me anytime at joe.wetshavingnews@gmail.com. And check out the book, The Modern Guide to Straight Razor Shaving, available in both Kindle and paperback form. Until then, guys, the 30th of January, shave straight and shave safe. Bye-bye now.